What's up, everybody? So welcome back to my channel, Green Man Grows 7. I'm Sean Knight, and today, because one of my subscribers requested it in the comment section this week, I am bringing a follow-up to one of my plants, the Philodendrongiganteum. And so, early in the summer of 2021, I purchased this plant and I showed it and I talked about how big it was going to get. Well, as a result, it has, and I'm going to show it to you. I'm probably going to have to step back, but see, I'm bumping up against things. Look at that, the Philodendrongiganteum. Now, when I first purchased the plant, this leaf was here, this leaf was here, and a new leaf was unfurling. And look what I have since. Look how big this thing has gotten. And I think it would be even bigger if I had it in a different pot, if I would have repotted it. But I left it in the nursery pot that I purchased it in. So it keeps the growth contained. So I'm going to be repotting the plant and staking it. And so if you don't know, if you ever see one of these in nature, if you ever see one of these as it relates to how it grows in nature, these are climbers. So this plant will grow on a tree. It will grow up a wall. And so just, can you imagine and it's just growing. And just look how that is, wingspan. So the Philodendron giganteum, I have it in an aeroid mix where there's a little soil, some pumice, some cocoa chips, some bark, and it's been doing good. That's for aeration, but that mimics what it receives in nature. And so, like I said, because one of my subscribers requested it, and I do, read the comment section, I wanted to bring it today. Isn't that beautiful? These philodendrons, they really just grow and grow and grow. And I just want to get a little closer so I can show you the veining on the leaves so that you can see. Can you see that? Isn't that amazing? And you'll hear me say the same thing, and I say this in other videos, how they capture me, because each plant has something unique about it that allows it to be a staple. And the reason that I wanted to have it in my collection, and the reason that I wanted to grow the plant, and then I just sit here and I walk past it and I looked the other day and I was like, you have really grown. I water it when the first couple of inches, like with all of our plants, is dry. I give it a thorough water so it can go through. But because of the airy potting mix, it allows it to drain out so it doesn't hold on to it. And because I've been having my heat on, because it's been cold in Chicago, I've been watering this plant about twice a week, but not thoroughly watering it because of the heat. It dries out a little quicker. I keep it near a humidifier because, where it normally would grow, it would have that humidification, if that's a word, but we'll go with it. And as a result, it's been doing quite well. I love everything about it. I am apprehensive though, and I think I said this in the first video. If it's grown this much in the nursery pot before I have repotted it, what is it going to do after I repot it and stake it? Because I'm going to give it what it naturally would do in nature and allow it to climb. I don't know if you can see. Let me see if I can turn it around. Aerial roots. So it has aerial roots that normally, as it grows, it attaches itself to the wall, to trees, and so that aids it in its climbing process. And so, yeah. And I think that your comment was, how am I taking care of it? I mentioned the watering. I mentioned the humidifier. If you live in an area where it isn't as cold as it is here in Chicago, you may not need the humidifier, but here, because we have our furnaces on, I have the humidifier on, and so, yeah. This is a big boy. This is a big boy. And I love everything about it. And so these plants are easy. It doesn't require that much. I clean the leaves off because, dust, and you want it to photosynthesize when the sun hits it or light, so it can maximize, the energy that it's receiving. But other than that, it's been easy. I just water it and do those things. I pull back on nutrients because if the plant isn't growing, even in the wintertime, because I have plants here in the loft that I have a pink princess that is giving me 2 leaves at one time here in January. So it needs nutrients to keep going because it's continuing to grow. I pull back because this leaf unfurled, and so as a result, but yeah, and like I said, I keep it under a grow light with other plants in the area where it is, and I just water it, wipe off the leaves, and there you have it, and enjoy watching it grow. I even enjoy, as I'm doing this video, seeing how big it's gotten, that I have to even maneuver myself around it because of the growth and the size of it. And so again, I purchased this plant in the beginning of the summer of 2021 with 2 leaves and 1 unfurling. And this is what I have today. If that's any indication to the one that you purchased or that you're thinking about purchasing, this plant will continue to grow. I don't know if you can see growth points on here. So another one is going to unfurl. And so even in the midst of the winter time, this plant is still growing. Isn't that amazing? But I'm quite pleased with it. And like I said, the next time I do an update, you will see that I have repotted this plant. I staked it, and we're going to see how it's going to mimic what it does in nature and see if the leaves get even bigger. Because if you're not aware, when a plant normally grows in nature, up trees or buildings or whatever you have, and you stake it in your home, the leaves get bigger as it does in nature. But look at how big that one is. And then this is the new leaf that's almost as big as this leaf. So that tells me that this boy is going to get big. And I'm happy about it. The Philodendron Giganteum. And I hope that I answered all your questions. And again, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so. And hit the notification so that you are alerted when I do upload. And a subscriber requested this video because they left a comment. So please leave comments if it's just a comment or a suggestion or a request. And I'll try my best to honor your request. Peace.